we were never expecting such a good feedback also from the motorsport community, because the motorsport community is a special, let's say, community. They don't really are very open, more or less, to new things. They always stick to what they have been used. What they have been done is good, and yeah, not really willing to try. But I think we as Max Kruse Racing Team understand us as an ambassador as well, especially for alternative fuels. We summarized a little bit the criteria for us, especially in motorsport, especially in the situation where we are in. For endurance racing, what is important for us? What does the fuel needs to have to deliver us maximum performance on one hand side, but at the same time, what needs the fuel to have to also deliver, to support the climate situation. First of all, sustainability is very important. The quality, and especially what we just heard before, the anti-knock behavior of our cars is very important, because this gives us the opportunity to get more power out of the engine, and more power means less lap time, so we can be ahead of our competitors. Fun fact, my first situation with the E20 fuel was back in 2022, when we get the first sample of testing fuel. And everybody in the team was curious about to see what this special fuel can bring us. And we just made a test. We organized a test down in South Europe at the beginning of the season. And we just drop in the fuel. We don't change anything to the car, no mapping on the engine, nothing. Just drop in and say, Benny, here's the car, here's the track, off you go, and see what you can do. And at this day, we make a comparison. So we always did 5 laps, leaving the pit, doing 5 hot laps, come into the pit, empty the tank, refuel the tank, and do the same thing again. So we did this more often. And we found out that every time when we put in the E20 fuel, the E20 gasoline, I was around half a second faster each lap. So while I was driving, I was telling my engineer on the radio, we need this fuel. The car has much more torque in lower RPMs. I could change a little bit my driving style, and then all together we set up the car a little bit different. So that was my first contact with the fuel. And what we see on data then was that the anti-knocking behavior was much less, because it was quite warm outside, and we run a turbocharged engine. It helps us to keep the power what we have for a longer period of time. So it was good, and we decided to take the fuel for the racing season 2023. Then the next important thing for us is not only the maximum output power what the car has, especially for us in endurance racing, it's very important that we have the performance consumption. So that means if we have the possibility to save fuel while driving, it gives us, it opens more the door for the strategy in racing, because our races is about 4, 6, 12 and 24 hours. We need to refuel while we are racing. We need to go into the pit, refuel the car, change tires. And if we have the possibility to stay out longer while saving fuel, it gives our engineers more possibility strategy-wise. So this is also very important for us in terms of choosing any fuel for racing.